All right, hello. It's wheels time, Chris. So chord-wise, you've got a C add 2, and then a G. And if you notice, you don't have to lift these two fingers up. And then E minor 7th, so you're just getting rid of the second finger. And then a D. Just standard, good old D. So that's C add 2, G, E minor 7th, D. Sorry, I keep accidentally sticking my thumb in there. It's just a regular D. And then at the beginning of the song, he does a D sus4, just once in the song. You know, that's where you add your pinky. So you can put that in whenever you want, I think. He just does it like at the end of the introduction. And but it's 4-chord song: C, G, E minor 7, and D. And it's the same chords for the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. It's just the same 4 chords, just with a different melody and different lyrics over top, and different flow a little bit. So I'll just take you through it. So the intro is just 2 times through, and it's kind of more shots, like, you know, so you get. That's your intro. Down, 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 up, down, 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 down. So that little move, it's down, up, with the pinky just getting thrown in. So take a minute to practice that. And it's not essential to the song, but I like that. And like I said, I think he only does it 1 time, so what the hell. Then you get into the verse, and it gets a little more, it's less shots, because the strumming gets quieter, and it gets this, I know what you're thinking. And he is really loose on the video. Like, there's some parts where he's dropping a beat on the D, and you know, so I just streamlined it into something. I felt like if we try to drop the beats the same as he does on the video, it's kind of dumb. Like, just try to make something a little more streamlined that you can just play and sing. So I just went with down, down, up, up, down, down. So the verse is 4 repeats of the progression 2 times. So a total of 8 repeats of the progression. I know what you're thinking. It's kind of like a Tom Petty song almost. So it does that like 8 times, and then you get into the pre-chorus, which is just the same 4 chords, but it only happens 3 times. So it's like, something beautiful, something true. And the strumming picks up a bit in this chorus section, and I wrote it down as down, down, up, down, up, down, down. So it's like for each chord, it's up, down, down. Except for the beginning, it's down, down, and then. So it's one of those things, one of those kind of things where your hand is almost is just kind of going like this, and you're letting it touch down in a way that just, you know, like you're moving up and down, and you just let it hit the strings when you're, it's like a feel thing. But if you articulate it, it's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. And the thing is, it's like, you know, that's just me streamlining it. Like if you watch the video, he's kind of doing, and most people when they play in this kind of style, the tendency is to just go by feel. But that's just a general starting point, and you can just see I threw a couple extra downs in there. Whatever, man. It's casual. Wheels touch down. When the wheels hit ground, you feel it's all over. There's something there to do. When the wheels touch down. It's almost like Wonderwall strumming. And then after the first chorus, there's a little break. So it's a repeat of the intro, and just once. And then you get another verse. But this time, your verse isn't 8 repeats. It's just 4 repeats. So it's kind of a half a verse. And then you got another pre-chorus that's the same as the original, and a chorus that's... So the whole form just repeats with a shorter verse. And then you get to this great little solo. So the solo is, if you look at it in chords, it's the same chords. You're just doing them in these high power chords. C, here at the 5th fret and the 8th fret. Or I guess technically, since we're capoed on the 2nd fret, that's the, I won't open that can of worms, 7 and whatever this is. But let's think of it as 5 and 8, you know. And that's a C. And then a G is this. You know, you're going from 5 and 8 to 7 and 8. And in the video, I think he's using the 1st finger and the 3rd finger. And then, but to me, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. I use the 4th finger and the 1st. And then it goes to an E minor. And then to a D. So it's 5 and 8, 7 and 8, 9 and 8, and 7 and 7 for the D. Now he's got lots of, it's like he's hushes it right down and does some palm muting on those, you know. You know, but he's adding little melody bits in on the E minor, and there's even a neat little open scale. So I'll just take you right through the scale, or the solo. So you got so there he adds a little melody note in at the 12th fret, and he does that throughout the solo. But the first time it's just, he just strums it and then goes to 7, and then he gets picky, and then there's a little scale run which goes you're pulling off from the 8th fret to the 7th fret, and then open 1st string, and he doesn't quite nail it, but it's beautiful. You know, that's what it sounds like all by itself. So you got this. Cool, right? Now the next bar of the next 2 bars of the solo, it's kind of the same beginning, but then he picks on this one. And on that one. So that part goes. And then the third phrase of the solo is hammer on from 8 to 10. And then you go to 7 and you get the picking. So that part goes. And then the fourth phrase of the solo goes. And here he's at full volume. He's not muting anymore. He's just kind of. No hammer on, no fancy stuff. So it's like it starts out hushed, and then it builds to this hammer on, and then it just kind of does a loud version. So there's 4 repeats of it. I'll see if I can play it. I haven't tried it yet, actually. Or hush down. I can't do it. Okay, a few fluffs in there, but you got the gist of it. You can watch the real video, but you can see I'm using my pinky, then going to there, and then I'm sliding this finger for that. And to me, that feels a lot less stretchy than he's using the first and the third, and then the first, and then I think he's just using the first and the second. So, here, I'll show you. I'll do it. I'll try to do a bit of it in that way. I can't. I can't even do it. But if you want to go that way, it is more authentic, but I feel like way harder to play. I find it easier. I have small hands, so I have a tendency to use the pinky a lot. Anyway, so then after that, it just goes into a big double chorus. And then the ending, which is just, it's kind of like the beginning, but with more space. You get a... And that's the end of the song. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed as much as I did.